This might have been the most idiotic sequence of officiating I've ever seen, and I know people don't like to complain about the refs, but wait till you see it. The Blue Jackets hit a post early, but it was the Ducks who were actually buzzing from the start. The McTavish line dominated, generating the team's best chances. Fabry dangled but shot wide. Zellweger drove the puck from the wall to the slot. McTavish tipped a Gauthier point shot, and Cutter passed to McTavish, who was robbed by the goalie. This line produced 5 of the Ducks' 10 first-period shots. The McTavish line would get rewarded for their efforts and tallied the opening goal. Gauthier's backcheck stripped the puck and sent it to Lacombe, who made a stretch pass to Fabry. Fabry drove to the center and dished to McTavish, who slipped it 5-hole for his 100th point. However, as the puck crossed the goal line, McTavish was shoved into the net and was somehow called for goalie interference after the puck was already well into the net. So they called goaltender interference after a goal has been scored. If that's the standard, almost every goal would be interference.
After debate, it's a good goal on the ice. Number 23 for Anaheim has a minor penalty for goaltender interference.
Oh, wow. That's a terrible call.
This probably was the most idiotic sequence of officiating I've ever seen. If there is goaltender interference, the rules say the goal shouldn't count. If the goal counts, there is no interference. And they reviewed the play and still came to this conclusion.
Strangest call I've ever seen.
The goal stood, but Columbus got a power play, which they capitalized on with a slot shot through traffic. And the Jackets added another goal just 34 seconds later. Trouba made a costly turnover, failing to clear the puck, and Michikov was elbowed in the head. The puck found Sillinger in front, who squeaked it under Gibson's arm. Columbus tried to make it 3-1 by pushing Gibson's pad into the net, but guess what? It was ruled goaltender interference, and this time, there was no penalty. The Ducks played a very good period, but trailed 2-1 heading into the second. And the second was very similar to the first, but had a different ending. Gibson made a sprawling glove save early, and the Ducks got a power play, but failed to generate much. As the penalty expired, Columbus broke out the box for a breakaway chance, but Gibson shut the door. On the rebound, Columbus was again called for goalie interference, as Gibson did have the puck covered, and again, no penalty. The Ducks also don't get a call on this bear hug of McTavish, but the Ducks found their rhythm again as the Terry Strome-Vetrano line started rolling. Vetrano broke his stick, and Killorn would jump on the ice. Terry battled the puck and fed Strome, who made a perfect pass to Killorn, skating the fastest I've ever seen him, till later in this game. Killorn buried the tying goal to make it 2-2. Columbus appeared to retake the lead on a power play goal, but thanks to the Ducks video coach, now being 3 for 3 on the year, the play was found offsides by a lot. There would be some close calls to end the period, but we have a 20-minute hockey game heading into the third. And the Blue Jackets controlled most of it, but the Ducks stayed strong with key blocks and saves. Terry did burst through for a breakaway, but was denied. But moments later, the Jackets transitioned the other way, and Van Riemdijk tipped a pass into the net, his first ever goal against the Ducks in his 17-year career. The only team he has never scored on till now. The Ducks struggled to generate offense, managing only 2 shots in the period till they caught a break late. Lacombe fired a point shot, and ironically, the man who just scored his first goal against the Ducks accidentally deflected it into his own net. 3-3, and the game goes to OT. Remember how I said that was the fastest I've ever seen Killorn skate? Till later? Well, now is later. Killorn, who lots of fans, myself included, have criticized for playing in overtime, proved the doubters wrong finally. The Ducks transitioned from defense to offense, with Fabry feeding Killorn. Turning on the Jets, Killorn broke away and buried the game winner, and oh boy, did Killer go for the crazy celly. I guess I have to apologize to Killer now. After his first 20-ish or so games, in which he looked lifeless, he has been reborn and has played really well. I guess he is a player who just starts slow. I thought last year was because of his injury, but I guess not. Note to self, don't expect much from Killorn in October or November next year. The Blue Jackets made a real effort to go after the young Ducks D, big hits on Zelli and Comer all night long, but both were great, especially Lacombe. You have to remember, Comer played with Fowler last year and spent lots of time on his off wing in his rookie season, but he seems to have finally found his confidence and looks like a new player. I personally have always liked Lacombe, but he has been at the bottom of my totem pole for Ducks defensive prospects, but maybe he shouldn't be? One last note, the broadcast showed a graphic of Carlson versus Fantilli, and their stats were nearly identical, but as a biased Ducks fan, Leo looked noticeably better than Adam in this game, just a step ahead, but we'll see in a few years as they will forever be linked together. The Ducks snapped a 5-game losing streak in their first game without Fowler. It still feels a little weird and sad. I've never known a Ducks team without him on it. But again, it had to happen, and we found out he did waive his no-trade clause to make it happen. The Ducks now have 3 days off before facing the Winnipeg Jets at Ponda on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Thank you to our members. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!
Proud of you guys. Awesome job. Who's got the hat?
Gibby, hell of a job. Have to sit in there in the third. Jack's great job, but good win. Let's have a fun plane ride home.